Satterfield's post-game press conference. Coach will start us off with an opening statement. Please raise your hands for questions. Coach?
Yeah, and first of all, just congratulate Nebraska. I thought, their kids played hard out there tonight. And in this environment, it certainly is Cincinnati's home game, and it didn't feel like it for sure. That was one of the louder stadiums that I've been a part to play a game in. It certainly affected us offensively. I think we had 4 false start penalties, having to go silent cadence. One early in the first half, we complete a pass to Cyrus and get a first down. That comes back and we end up having to punt. So it definitely affected the game. Their crowd was good here tonight. Really proud of our guys. Our guys fought, they played hard. Just looking at it right from the sideline, the guys are flying around, they're playing physical. And I was proud of them for that. We're extremely proud of our defense. We had to defend 40 minutes worth of time possession. Everybody talking about Arrowhead. He's a really good player. He got 40 minutes worth of time possession to go out and make plays, and we held him to 20 points. And 7 of those points was a turnover that we had on a short field. So I'm extremely proud of our defense. Thought they played an outstanding game. Just disappointed offensively, particularly in the first half. I think we only 24 plays in the first half, but just getting we didn't have any rhythm. Part of that again was the false starts, and not being able to get some plays down the field and get some kind of rhythm. I thought the second half was much better. I thought Swordsby run game was very strong. Played us hard out there today. But it came down to turnover. We had 2, they did not have any. That's the difference in the game. It came down to a 3-point game, and the 2 turnovers proved to be the difference. We're going down to score at the end to win the game, and then the earlier turnover cost us 7 points. That's the difference in the game. And I'm proud of our guys. I think this team is a special team that we have. They'll continue to get better because of what they have, the heart they have in this team. These guys will fight, and so we'll go back this week and get ready for our next game. But with that, I'll open up for questions.
On that last play, is that you just went that to the boundary, basically? Was that more of an errant throw, or was that a play that you wanted to see?
No, it was just a double move on both sides. He's looking. He can look boundary field on that. Look to the field. The corner was hard, so he gets by him. Just got to get the ball more out there, a little bit wider out to the sideline, and deeper. Where we go can make the play, where nobody does. The safety did a great play coming off the hash, going up and high pointing that ball. The ball's just got to be a little bit wider and deeper to where we catch it or nobody catches it.
As good as the run game looked, was it something that Nebraska was doing to kind of slow down the passing game?
Yeah, they were mixing up a lot of coverages. Anytime you play in the first game as a new defensive coordinator, it's tough to get a beat on what they're trying to do, in the back end. They did a really good job of basically playing about 5 different coverages and mixing them up. There really wasn't a rhyme or reason for it. Obviously we're charting them every time, that we come out. So they did a good job of doing that. And then, they tried to muddy the front up with some stunts and some movement up front. But I thought our offensive line blocked well up front, created a lot of holes to open up for our guys to run. That defense last year was one of the top rush defense in the country, top 20 rush defense. We only how many yards we had tonight? 200 yards maybe rushing. So I was proud of that. We just got to do a better job in the throw game to get the ball down the field with these guys and allow them to run. I thought we had a couple of opportunities with that. Probably need to come up with a couple of catches, maybe ball placement on a couple, but that's obviously a place where you got to get better.
Did you plan on running all the running backs, and do you think you might settle on it?
Yeah, I will go back and watch the film. I don't know. Yeah, we came into the game, with the plan to play them all and to see how it shakes out. We'll go back and watch that and see who gives us the best chance to win. We've got confidence in a lot of those guys in that running back room.
In the front.
What did you see from Nebraska's secondary? Was that really what you thought challenged you the most, or was it the pass rush from a guy like Maneri tonight?
Yeah, I think probably more so the secondary with some of the tight coverage they had. I think that's probably their most experienced part of their defense. Number 1, returning starter, number 8, number 7, they were all returning starters. And I felt, those guys were pretty solid. Now, a couple of the new guys that were back there, we felt like we make some plays on some of those guys. We didn't really get much to it, but we, number 10, number 37, I think was a slot guy. So, but I thought our guys up front blocked well. You mentioned the pass rush. I thought our offensive line played a really good game. We'll have to see, go back and watch. They blocked well in the run game. I thought we were very physical up front, and they kept Swordsby clean, for this game.
81 yards of total offense in the first half. come out with the big second half. What were those adjustments like there with the second half? Was it kind of, hey, let's get Brendan going with his legs a little bit?
Yeah, I think tempo, trying to go. I mean, obviously, it's hard to get any rhythm in the first half. I think our last 3 possessions, we were 3 and out. I think we only got a first down one time, but we were 3 and out 3 possessions. The first drive, I think we had 9 plays and then 6 plays, and then it just couldn't get any rhythm after that. So we just said, listen, we got to go tempo. Sorsby felt comfortable out there tonight. He was, running and throwing. So we felt we needed to do more of that. And I thought it was much better in the second half when we came back out. Plus, you get a little bit more feel about what they're trying to do defensively in the second half. Again, a new coordinator. I mean, first game, it's hard to understand what they're trying to do until you get into some plays, figure out what we need to make our adjustments. And rest of the game.
Was this a big ask for the new receivers? This is a tough game for anyone down here.
Yeah, I mean, we had great confidence coming in the game. I think our receivers had a really great fall camp. Until the first time, you don't know until the first time you play a game. This is a tough environment. Maybe one of the toughest we'll play the rest of the year. We got to get better in these environments. We got to get better when it's loud like that. How we operate our offense. But I do think I still have a lot of confidence in those receivers that they can make plays. We'll go back and watch this and see how we can put them in better positions to make plays, and as coaches, and I think that's what we have to do offensively.
It seemed like some of the line of scrimmage touches got blown up a few times. Is there a part of you that wants to go back and let Brennan just kind of pick them apart like he did on the last drive? Or?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I just want to move the football. I don't care how we move it, if we run it or throw it. There was a couple of times where we did run it early in the game. We missed the blocking assignments on it, and then that knocks you off the sticks. And you couple that with some of the false starts, and then now it's long yardage situations, and that's really kind of unfair to the quarterback. When you put them in a situation where it's long yardage like that. So we got to do a better job of staying on the sticks, obviously. But we need to find ways how we can get in that rhythm. I think once we get in rhythm, like we're hard to stop, and we saw that tonight. Once that thing was rolling, first down. I mean, this is like confidence. And we just go right down the field. Even the last drive. I mean, they didn't really stop us. We were going right down the field. Obviously, the interception. I mean, it stopped us. But I felt like if that ball's incomplete, then we were going to go score. It just felt like it. And at the very least, you got an attempt at a field goal. Obviously didn't have any timeouts, but man, that was a great drive. We were backed up on the -10, moving the ball all the way down the field. When we get to 33, maybe. So, it was a great move up into the last play. I mean, obviously, we got to take care of the football, but we have enough in that locker room to go out and have a special season, and our guys believe, and I think that's the key. Obviously disappointed. We want to win this football. We want to win every freaking game we go out and play. Very disappointed that we didn't win, but I'm proud of our guys. We'll keep fighting.
One more for Coach.
Coach, what did you think of the run defense there? You held Nebraska just 3 yards per carry roughly. How important was it to have Jalen Hunt, Mike Coleman back there for a game like this where it's a physical matchup where the run game relies so heavily for Nebraska?
Yeah, I mean, I thought our defense played outstanding. I mean, a team like that with, Dylan Rallo coming back, who was, arguably one of the better quarterbacks out there. They went out and brought some big-time receivers. Dane Key was, 35 stars in Kentucky. Went out and got some offensive linemen, and a receiver from Cal, to try to bolster that offense. And for our guys to play 40 minutes, and to hold them 350 yards and 20 points, I think that's outstanding defensive football.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach.